In this module, we examine the bad idea that teaching grammar rules improves student writing. Several chapters in the book Bad Ideas About Writing explore this myth, explaining decades of research in writing studies that demonstrates just how false this idea really is. In this module, you'll find a sample lesson plan, a student activity, and some readings and resources that are for both you and your students. The reading suggestions that inform the content of this module are as follows. Good Writers Always Follow My Rules by Monique Dubar and Jennifer Aron Dodson, and Teaching Grammar Improves Writing by Patricia A. Dunn, and Good Writers Must Know Grammatical Terminology by Hannah J. Rule, and finally, Grammar Should Be Taught Separately as Rules to Learn by Muriel Harris. The sample lesson plan invites students to make a list of the rules for good writing and then apply those rules to samples of various written artifacts. The more wide-ranging and fun that you can have with these artifacts, the better the activity will be. Some suggestions that I offer are things like tweets, instruction manuals for how to install a ceiling fan, jokes, scholarly articles, coffee cups, anything and everything under the sun will make it really fun because you want a lot of variety. The idea is to have a wide range of genre, audience, and purpose represented in that collection of artifacts that you ask students to apply the rules to. Students will then critically discuss the rules for good writing and reflect on what this process reveals about the rules and why we should or should not follow them. The student activity in this module draws on a major research study by Andrea Lunsford at Stanford University that identified the 20 most common errors in undergraduate writing. Looking at a sample of thousands and thousands of student essays at Stanford, Lunsford and her team were able to identify these 20 most common errors. Rather than approaching grammar instruction as a skill drill and explain the rule, this student activity asks for students to connect the study's findings to their own writing. Essentially, the activity is asking students to think about grammar and error in the context of their own writing. And perhaps, even more importantly, it also asks students to think about why error matters or not when it comes to achieving their communicative purposes.